this way.
Don't be afraid to fail. Just keep pushing, even when you think that, you know, it's impossible. I engage with things around me, or things that I find, or things I'm invited to look at and kind of interact with. Sometimes it's unexpected. That happened in Greece when I was working on the Remedy series, and there were these amazing monolithic billboards on the way to our destination, and they were empty, and it was at the time of the sort of economic crash in Greece, and they just became really significant for me as a kind of message of what was happening in that country. I originally became really interested in Castle Market when I visited, and I was just walking around taking photographs, and then I was made aware that it was closing down and it was going to be demolished, and so that was the hook. That's what I was really interested in, this idea of something having an end. So I applied to the Arts Council and managed to get a grant for a residency, and I arranged the residency with the council, and they've been really amazing, actually, really supportive, and they gave me a unit in the market, which was really interesting. And then it became part of Art Sheffield. And I decided to make a film because I wanted to document the building before it was knocked down, but with a view to the audience watching something that didn't exist anymore. And it really moves through, the camera moves through the space as if exploring a photograph. You know, every detail is documented. And a lot of my work is kind of empty. There's often a lot of spaces that have no sort of human presence in there, but there's obvious indicators of human existence, like rubbish or graffiti. I guess it's always the urban environment, and I find it easier to consider the urban environment when there's nobody around. And also the kind of traces that people leave behind, I find it easier to think about, you know, those moments after they've happened. I did a residency in Berlin in 2008 to 2009. I became really sort of interested in the underground stations and the really specific design of them. This kind of really modernist, clean, kind of lined space. And also the colours as well, they all have different coloured tiles. They're really kind of unique. And so I began photographing them, and I was really interested in them when they were empty. I was just interested in the space, and again wasn't that interested in the presence that was there in the hustle and bustle of the whole thing, but those moments in between where they were just still. And so the title Interruptions is that interruption in the everyday where there's kind of a little moment where you can just appreciate the surroundings and what it, you know, for what it is. And I don't think you do that in those sort of non-places, if you like. You move through them because you're heading from A to B. I don't know, it gave me a wider sense of the cities that I did this project in, and connected me to my environment in a really powerful way.